Hey guys, welcome back to Show Me How Beauty. Today I'm going to do a tutorial featuring the Tamanna palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is it here. So if you want to see the look, then keep watching. So to begin with, I'm just going to take my Gelique Rose Water Balancing Mist and just spray it all over the face for just a bit of hydration. So now that I've done my moisturiser, I'm going to take the Perfection Lumiere foundation from Chanel in the colour 30. I'm going to use my little buffing brush from Real Techniques. I like to use whatever's left on my brush to do my forehead, because I find that's an area there where if you have too much makeup on, you can really see it. So often, because I don't have a lot of blemishes or anything on my forehead to cover, I just use whatever's left on the brush, and that way you don't have that thick build up, especially with all the expression that you have from this area. If you have quite a lot of makeup there, it can really crease and be quite obvious. So I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder Duo in the colour Dark Brown, and I'm just going to do this really quickly just because I already have a brow tutorial. If you want an updated version of that, let me know, but it's generally always the same technique, just different products. So I'm now going to go in with a little bit of my Dior Skin Flash in the colour 002. Just going to take a bit of that under the eyes and a little bit through the brow. Just going to use my finger to blend that out, just softly. So I'm using my Soft Ochre paint pot from MAC just as a base for my eyeshadows. Just taking that on my little ring finger and pressing it across the lid. I generally like to add some underneath the lash line too if I'm going to be applying eyeshadow under there. Just so you have a really nice even base all the way around the eye. So these are the eyeshadows that I showed you earlier. It does also come with a little brush, which I think is super handy. A little double-ended, so it's got a little bullet brush on one end and then a little fluffy shader brush on the other end, which is good for applying colour as well as blending it. So they've done a good job there. So to begin with, I'm going to go in with a little bit of the Fresh colour, which is this one here. And I'm going to take that on the inner corner of the eye. And I'm just using the little brush it comes with. And up onto the brow bone. It's quite subtle, but definitely makes a difference still. And it's the little details like this that really bring the look together and make it look more professional. They're going to go in with the Bengal, which is the brown mid-tone colour. And I'm going to take that through the crease. I'm just using a 228 crease brush from Zoeva. As you can see, the colours are really pigmented. And I'm just taking that sort of in a wash of colour, because it is just a transition tone, so it doesn't need to be too neat. It just needs to sort of provide something for us to blend into. And I'm blending that all the way from outer corner to inner corner. And this is something that anyone can do. It's very easy. This is probably the easiest part. Really, if it's not looking blended, then you just keep blending. And even just this brown tone is really great colour for those blue sort of green eyes that the browns are really complementary. So this is a colour that you could wear just on its own. It would look really pretty. I'm then going to go back in with the little bullet brush that comes with the set, and I'm going to take the same brown colour just under the eye. So I'm then going to take the chocolate colour, which is the dark brown, and I'm going to take that just on the little bullet end of the brush. And I'm going to press that onto the outer V. You don't have to be particularly neat and tidy with it. because we will blend it out. And once again the same under the eye. So as you can see right now that looks really messy, but it's okay because we are going to blend it and make it look good. So on a little flat shader brush, I'm just going to take that dark brown colour and I'm going to pop it on the inside of the eye here. We're going to go in with the little bullet brush that came with it that I was using before. I'm just going to slightly blend it through on the crease so it sort of joins it up like that. This is a 217 like takeoff from I think Gorgeous Cosmetics, and I'm just going to blend the edges. I'm just going to blend but keep it isolated so that it's sort of still in the same area. It just looks more seamless and blended rather than blending it all over the eye. We want to keep it in that immediate vicinity. We're going to keep this center patch quite light, so try and avoid the brush there. And underneath the eye. And then on my fluffy brush, I'm just going to take a little bit of the Bengal colour that I was using originally, and I'm just going to pop a little bit of that on there just to make it easier to blend pretty much, and blend again because we don't want to lose that Bengal. We want to keep it peeping through. So a good way to do that is to just pop a little bit on the brush when you're blending. So we're now going to move on to the Sangria colour in the palette, which is this beautiful purple tone. I'm just going to take it on a flat shader brush and press it into the centre of the lid. And once again, we're trying to keep it isolated in that center part. This is such a pretty color. On my little detailer brush from before, I'm just going to pick up a bit of that purple and just run it underneath the iris in the center of the eye, just mimicking what is above it pretty much. And then on the other side of that same flat shader brush, I'm just going to take a little bit of China Rose, which is this really pretty orangey pinky tone, and I'm going to press a little bit of that in the center of the lid. Like that. And on a clean little bullet brush, I'm going to run a little bit of that just on the inner corner of the eye. And right in the tear duct, I'm going to use a little bit of blush, which is that light champagne tone here. So I'm just taking a little bit of Bioderma on a little cotton pad, and I'm just going to see, it's just a little bit cleaner. So I'm just going to go back in with my Skin Flash concealer under the eye there. This is really nice, this concealer, because although it's quite light, it's not too opaque. Ooh. I'm then going to take a little bit of that foundation just on my beauty blender that I have here, just to sort of even out any areas that have lost their coverage. So if I go in, I'm just going to do the concealer first. So it's hard to see probably with the camera, but if you look up close, this concealer, it doesn't look like a lot of coverage. You can still see the skin underneath, but it's very brightening. Like that. So as you can see, it's very brightening. I'm taking a little bit of the foundation that I had on my hand, and I'm just going to press it over areas where I need extra coverage, like on my chin here. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of the Mineralized Skin Finish in medium dark. I'm going to take that on my buffing brush, and I'm just going to buff it through the contour. and through the hairline. I'm actually just going to run a little bit of that blush colour that we used on the inner highlight. Just going to run that a little bit through the brow bone, just the smallest amount. So for eyeliner today, I'm using the Maybelline Eye Studio in Blackest Black. I'm just going to take that on a little angle brush. Following eyeliner, I'm then going to apply a little bit of the Dior Addict It Lash mascara. I'm going to pop on lashes after this, so whatever mascara you prefer is great. It's just really to make the lashes black. So today for blush, I'm using Coral Cruise by MAC, and I'm just going to take that on a little fluffy brush. Obviously, being such a bright colour, you only need the smallest amount. And I'm just going to sweep that upwards. And if it looks too bright, you can come back in and blend it out. So I'm using the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal for my highlight, just on the same brush. Just going to sweep that along the top of my cheek. And then across the top of the lip. The nose. So for lips today, I'm using the Chi Chi Stay On Lip Liner in Fly Girl. So I'm then going to apply some lashes. These are from Model Rock. I'll leave the number in the description box below. And then I'm just going to place that on top of my lash line. So for a little bit of extra something, I'm going to take a little bit of the Aqua Cream from Makeup Forever in the colour 13. And hopefully this will just give us a bit more of a sparkle. Yeah, I do like that effect. If you do something like that and you don't like it, you can then just reapply the pink over the top, but I do like that. Yeah, I do like that effect. If you do something like that and you don't like it, you can then just reapply the pink over the top, but I do like that. Might pop a little bit of the pink over the top just to bring back that colour. It's amazing the way that you can like layer your makeup products to achieve the colours that you like or that you want. And then again, press a little bit of that orange over the top. Okay, so that is the finished look. I hope that you've enjoyed. I'm really happy with the outcome. Something probably different to what I've done before, but I love the colour range, and in that palette there's so many looks that you could do, so it is pretty affordable for the price and also good value. So thanks for watching today, guys. I hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial and learn a few new tips and tricks, and I'll see you next time on Show Me How Beauty. Bye!